He started the tournament well and got an opening day win against Lesotho and lost out to follow thereafter against Malawi. And their captain is Ahamada, a 19-year-old centre-back who plays for Pau FC, a big French influence on the Comoros Islands under-20 national team. A lot of them playing the trade out in France. League representatives. OG Nice also have a player, and Nakenasar Youssef, 18-year-old midfielder. They're going with a 4-3-3 system. Bakar at left back, as he's done, he's played each and every minute of tournament football. Almada, the captain, as well, has done the same alongside Al-Assar Mohammed, long-time partner. Amin Badarit plays from right back. Goalkeeper is Sainim Chindro, plays for Toulon out in France. 19 years of age, has conceded 2 in the comp. Anizar Hamada in the 10 position. Just behind him is Yusuf and Ali. Almarid Osomani playing from right wing. Striker is Nawir Mwalida, who plays for Berkak Peron in France. Last but not least, Nasur Hassani of Olympique Brevois. South Africa, it's Tonela Bonello gets a start over Leah Shen, which is a 19-year-old striker. Has got 34 minutes in total. Played against Malawi and Lesotho as well. So gets a chance to sharpen up. He's missed some really big chances off the bench. Perhaps he may improve from the off. Offenso Khosan of Chiefs plays from the right wing. Siabonga Mapen of Sundowns, a youthful prospect and a frightening prospect for Comoros Islands. Off the left in the midfield 3 is Lazola Maku of Supersport United. Played a full 90 in the game against Lesotho. Kosamanyana in midfield as well, the 18-year-old Cape Town City player. Emil Witboy, we get a chance to see him from the off. Watch out for jersey number 7 for Amachita. I'm telling you now, he's the cheetah. Tato Sibia at left back, the Sundowns player, back in the starting 11 after Megazele Mbokazi played from left back in against Lesotho. He now shifts one position to the right, slots in at centre back alongside Hopolang Taunyane, and a alteration at right back. No Timber, but Patrick Otata, the captain, in a positional switch from midfield to right back. He's played each and every minute for coach Kaniseka Ntiaga. Now South Africa have been imperious, have been almost perfect. They've scored 11 goals on their way to match 15, and they are last in the group stages. And what is most impressive, they scored 11 and none in return. The best defense in the competition, the best attack in the competition. It's going to be a long afternoon for Comoros Islands. First search for man who turned 16 in August, Emil Witboy, one of the youngest players from South Africa's perspective. Him and Siabonga Mapena, both 16-year-olds. The future of South African football, many will say. This guy has been pretty good in Begazele Mbokazi. Young saw on the ball, showed his versatility. So did Lazola Maku. Actually, don't think about it. Pretty much all of the players in the last game had a pretty good game. It's easy to look pretty good when you win 6-0. Chandre Campbell, the main man, main star of this team. It's a watch and brief for him, eyeing a Player of the Tournament award alongside the likes of Zambia's captain David Simunkonda. Or you could throw in as well a few others from an Angolan representation. It's up for grabs. Here's Malik Bakar. Almarado Somani claims a foul. Man, the way he screamed there, you would think he got hit by a tank. But he was up on his feet in seconds. .41 goals now and counting in the tournament. Remember the last edition there was 73. I don't think we'll get there with 30 goals from the semi-finals leading into the finals. I don't think that's quite realistic, but it's been a highly entertaining edition, a welcome edition And it's been a test for coaches and players alike. Concurrently on the right-hand side, on field ABB2, as Lesotho taking on the Young Flames of Malawi. They had a very impressive win against Comoros Islands, who took the lead only to see Malawi fight back to win 2-1 with 9 men in the end. Sending off for goalkeeper Innocent Kamwambi as well as centre-back Edward Tengo to see matters uneven in terms of playing personnel. There's a change in the goalkeeping department as well for Kanisa Kamtara, giving everybody a chance to showcase their worth. They pull on Megazadam Bogasi. Tagalani Mazamba played 14 minutes against Lesotho. He plays from the off. That's a tackle from behind, right in front of Hilary Hambamba of Zambia, today's match referee. I think many South African fans will be eager to see what the likes of Emil Witbooi, Mapena, Bomelo, I think, is probably the one player under the most amount of pressure. Hasn't really hit the straps we've seen from him in previous games. Out in South Africa, plays for Richards Bay's reserve league side. Bagged 15 goals in 30 games for them. So man can score. He just has left his scoring boots back in South Africa by the looks of it. But he's got ample time to right the wrongs of yesterday. What you expect, what we've come to expect, South Africa dominate possession each and every time they step onto the field in this competition. Pomelo racing towards that, but Said Mchindra. All Lesotho have scored against Malawi. That's an interesting one as well. Nice reverse pass from Mapena. Great block. 17-year-old Bakar against a man 2 years a senior in Patrick Otata. That takes Galaxy midfield. I don't know how many times he's played at right back, but today will be a test for him. Here's Mapena combining with Osa Manyana. Manyana of Cape Town City looks for the pass to unleash the pace of Offenso Khosana. He's played 70 minutes, being used mostly as a sub. Last game against Lesotho started from the onset. And he's got himself a start again. Match 15. That's a foul on Tato Sibia. A couple of needless fouls just to break the flow of the game. Witbooi, Sibia, Maku, Manyana, Audata. That's a repeat of a foul we saw earlier. Mapena turns, step over, but can't eliminate the player. I think Mapena and Witbooi are going to try to turn on the style. That was a push on Mapena. Referee allowed them to play on and then comes back from behind. Try to be nice to the ref to avoid a caution. Almost gave him a hug, an apology. They get a big chunk of the ball, but also clipped young Anizar Hamada of Stade Lavalette out in France, the youngest player for Comoros Islands at the tender age of 16. I think I have to say it's the first time in memory doing a competitive game this what the company we've had 3 16-year-olds at the same time on the pitch. Usually it's 1 or 2. Here's the delivery for the Comoros Islands, attack by ever useful Asar Mohammed. He plays for Oxzeb. Keeper Mazamba is interested, doesn't have to do anything further with Mapena. Can't bring the ball under his spell. And man, oh man, he can weave a spell on his day. Here's Emil Witbooi. Witbooi and Mapena together. Audata sweeps it to the left with the pass, get there. No, it's cut short. But I mean, Bataru. Kosana, overlapping run of Tato Sibia, ignored. Rather, Lazola Manku wants to go from the left to the right. About 7 players standing and defending their goals when out of position for Comoro Islands. So not easy to find space. Emil Witboy can find any sort of space, even in space. There's Patrick Otata. Kenny Dilo across. Mkono Lombolana will be the aim. Here's Witboy, drops the shoulder, misses the touch. It's not tight enough. Mapena hasn't started the game well. Not from a lack of wanting. Comoro Islands will need to lose or use the ball or lose it. A little bit that they are going to be given by South Africa. As I mentioned, they tend to dominate possession most games they play. Need to be frugal and for efficient when attacking on the transition. Comoros themselves have scored twice and have conceded twice in the competition. They have the second best defense in Group C, with Malawi having conceded 6, Lesotho 7. But it's been in the goals scoring that South Africa has been head and shoulders of everybody. 11 as compared to Malawi's 2, Comoros 2, Lesotho none. Approaching the opening 15. Here's midfielder Nakanasir Yusuf. An arm to the face. Yeah, Richard's base strike on Tranelon Bomelo. Referee Hilary Hambamba books the Comoro Islands player to his bemusement. I don't think there was much in that. I think it was more accidental for Nakanasir Yusuf. That's the first caution. Goes to a Sola Santos player. Yeah, I think it's accidental, as I said. The referee didn't see it that way. Here's Otata, the run made by Pomelo. Strong player, calls for a penalty. Goes against Pomelo. To the irritation of the South African bench. Assistant coach, quickest up the blocks to ask the questions, but will get little answers. Man, I know extremely well from the varsity football competition out in South Africa. A former winner of that competition with the University of Johannesburg. This year, by the way, it was won by University of the Western Cape. Real student of the game. He got himself involved in the youth structures of the national team. Let's see. That's a difficult one. How did Hilary Hambamba see it the other way around? Because if anything, Mkonelo Pomelo had the upper hand in that exchange. Referee Hambamba will have to explain in his post-match report. But now he said foul against South Africa. Rahim Ali Kosana breezes past. Yusuf is on a yellow card. He's going to have a tough outing. Kosana is all about pace, trickery. Bakar is going to have to be all about being as strong as concrete in defense. Watertight. Good luck. That one was pretty obvious there who was the transgressor, and it was Mkonelo Pomelo. Now wala Kapitan Ahmada. Olo Patrick Autata. That's good work there by Ali. Stood Ali, sees the first time pass to the right wing. Comoro Islands in the attack. But walk away with nothing but a goal kick. That's good space there on the right. So when out of position, it's Emil Vidboy in the 10. Colonel Pomela leading the line. On the left wing, it's Offensive Khosana and Siabonga Mapena from the right. That's what the current setup is now. 1 minute 14. Autata. Mañana. The captain miscontrols. Almost on the cusp of 15 minutes. Comoro Islands have a set piece to work with. Are blessed with plenty of height. I think Yusuf is useful. Almada and Mohammed are the other two twin towers. They find none. Khosana clears. That's with Vidboy. Barged into him, and then the Comoro Islands player takes too long. The reverse pass to Siabonga Mapena. He'll get there first. It's Mapena who decides to be too complicated in his thought process and execution. The bench was already celebrating. I think he tried to do too much. All he had to do was chip the keeper or take one touch outside to his right and sweep it into the net. What a pass from Emil Vidboy. What offensive work from Emil Vidboy. The two 16-year-olds combining. An issue for Sainim Chindra. Not too long. In the midst of that tackle, stopping Mapena. I think he hurt his left hand. He's gesturing to the referee that they stomped on his left fingers. In the midst of all of that, there was a good save by Mchindra, but I think given the opportunity by Siabonga Mapena. Not really known for his goal-scoring exploit. He's more of a creative player than Siabonga Mapena. Amazing story picked up in the under-17 competition. Youth competition on the continent. And then fast forwarded into Sundowns' first team. Should correct myself. Just celebrate his 17th birthday in February. Sia Mapena. He is Mapizi. Getting busy. This season yet to get any minutes for the senior men's team in the Betway Premiership out in South Africa. Player that honed his skills at the Transnet School of Excellence before making a switch to Kurkop, the country's capital of South Africa. Supremely talented player. But again, decision making not quite there as yet. You would expect that for someone still under 20. 18, never mind even 20. The season gone by. Did get some minutes under the clock as well in his football development and education. But 9 appearances last season. Played 12 in total. 2 in the MTN 8 and 1 in the Bank Cup. Ball delivered back into the box by Khosana. The slip by Patrick Otata, the run made by Pomelo would have been offside and the captain knew it. Lazola Maku Manyana. Comoros covering the spaces, and as a result, the Cape Town City midfielder has to go back. South Africa almost find an out ball through the run of Siyabonga Mapena. This young man has caught my eye. Hopolang Taunyana. Kaizer Chiefs Football Club didn't put a foot wrong at all in the game against Lesotho. Alongside Tyler Smith, who's been given a rest to facilitate Megazela Mbokazi playing alongside Taunyana. Question is now in the semi-finals, it's a foul against Manyana. Who does Coach Mtaka go with? Back post, headed away by Petro Kotata, watched it all the way. Just took it off the head of anticipating Asani. Let's just start with Tanon Smith. Taunyana, I think Tanon Smith is the definite nailed on centre back. Let's just start on Mbokazi or Taunyana. Both have done really well. I think Mbokazi maybe gives him slightly more given the fact he can play at left back. So that might just edge it in his favour. Oh, the header missed. On the follow-up is Armada. And as Armada left injured and on the floor there, and they just circled. That's the second time now on Izar Hamada. Was seemed play stopped for him to receive medical attention. 16 years young, and this experience will bode really well. What I like about Anisar Hamada, I don't think his footballing IQ is there as yet, but physically he's pretty impressive specimen for someone at 16 and of his height and his build. Start Lafayette out in France, his handlers. Now with Nakana Sur Yusuf. Otata come short is Mapizi. Taunyana. Lazola Maku, aka Paul Scholes. Tato Sibia. Sibia just behind Khosana as the two Sundowns players almost combined. Maku, man, can see a pass and find a pass. Otata, his crosses behind the striker. Was he being pulled? Mapena. The control exerted, one finger at a time by South Africa, as if they have their hand on the neck of Comoros Islands, squeezing like a boa constrictor. Hamada, back up to full help. That's a good-looking pass to Nauru Maolida. Maolida, the open hands for him. Wasn't entirely convincing in his shot, but it had plenty of power behind it. Now a chance for cross for Mapena. Turns this man inside out. It's Mapena. And that'll go out for a corner. It is Hughes to take the corner. 6 players to aim for. Manana just outside the box, or in between the small box and big box. A small D, I should say. It's an outswinger. Petrikotata rose well. Always a difficult header when you're moving away from goal. But the South African skipper nearly opening matters here. Tata himself yet to score in the tournament. Majority of the goal scoring has gone to Leah Shen and Shaquille April, as well as Shanjay Campbell. Megazana Mbogaza, Mbogazi, gotta put sort of the few goal scoring defenders in the team. There's a solitary goal to his name. 5 to play before half an hour. South Africa with all the ball possession. Comoro Islands feeding off scraps. With touches like that, it shows. But have had 1 or 2 half chances that all give them some confidence. South Africa hoping to regain the regional crown. It's traditionally been one of the superpowers in the region in the under-20 segment. They'll be looking to regain the crown. They last won like in 2018. Competition tally of 8 titles. But they're first coming back, what, 24 years ago? They also hosted the tournament 11 consecutive years between 1999 and 2009. Despite having qualified for the Africa Under-20 Championships on 8 previous occasions, winning a silver medal in 1997. They finished 3rd in 2019 and also have 2 4th-place finishes the year 2009 and the book of 2017. Azar Mohammed will get there first. Malik Bakar put under pressure by Siabonga Mapena. They look for Nasur Hassani, who's always going to be at a disadvantage against the height and power of Hopolang Taunyana. Comoro Islands, they themselves have a long history in the competition, dating back as far as 2007. Never have ever made it at the group stages. They're seeking to build, and they're fine showing though last time out when they competed the Total Energies CAF Under-20 Cup of Nations and COSAFA Qualifier. They defeated Namibia 1-0 and Malawi 2-0 in their last competitive championship in 2022. But a 4-0 defeat to South Africa. If the 3 teams in the pool on 6 points and Comoro Islands missed out on a head-to-head record. Big improvement though from previous years when they had not won a game in 6 previous competitions. So I asked myself, if all these players are out playing out in France, surely you can find some vavavoom from somewhere. Start magnifique from Lazola Mark with the first misplaced pass from the 17-year-old super sport starlet. His experience of playing abroad, not with a team abroad, but his own Super Sport United outfit. After the side having won the Reserve League a couple of years ago, had the opportunity to travel to the United Kingdom where they played the likes of Queen's Park Rangers, the Brentford Football Club. Malik Bakar against Mapena. Bakar will step out triumphant and will get his side a free kick. Yeah, Mapena in a poor position there to try even get a tackle in. I think Comoro Island's missing the real talent of Kerlian Jamal Hamadi of Ogban. He's been the go-to chief creator for coach Samardine Youssef, but it's a watching brief for a young 19-year-old. On the follow-up, Almarid Husamani looking to write the headlines in Comoros, South Africa, and Matola all in one. We have seen some sensational volleys in this competition. Gwebu's finish. We've seen pretty similar deft finishes as well from Zambia. Yes, under 20s do love a volley finish. Here's Manyana. The male Vet Boys not been as involved as many would have thought. Half an hour on the clock is still 0-0. Comoro Islands will be buoyed by this. As I mentioned, up against the most cutthroat and efficient of defenses and attacks as well. And it's a stalemate. That's something to build on. Here's Mborasi, Manyana. Wonder if the number of changes have not just seen the side a bit more disjointed than we've seen them. About 4 changes from the team that beat Lesotho. Hamada. Still Hamada. Petru Kotata serves as a bit of a pit stop. Milvit Boy makes the run from into out. Good idea and spotted by Tato Sibia. But couldn't take the ball in his stride. Left it behind. Now they have to start from behind the 18-yard area. Here's Mborasi. One thing they have not been able to do, South Africa, is get Nkanelo Bomelo into the game. He had made another run. Cut out by Malik Bakar, who's having a superb game. I think it was one of the positives for the Comoro Islands in a tournament that's been slightly disappointing for them. Only 17 years of age, scored the winner in the opening game. And has played every minute thereafter. And has improved as the tournament has gone on. That's one thing that's been quite evident. Aksumani comes short. Bakar opts for Maolida. Ill-advised in hindsight. South Africa with the possession now. Manyana. pass. Colonel Pomela's touch is not very good. All he had to do was just bring it under control, and he made Vilpoy and moved ahead of him. As assistant coach Karamokhodi sharing words with the fourth official, not taking any prisoners at all. Keep saying to him, one at a time. Being Godfrey Kagananga of Malawi, not impressed. Eleven minutes of the first half remaining. An in-swinger coming. Just outside the box is Rahim Ali. They go to the back post, in and around the back post area. Quick release by Mazamba after an easy catch. Made look easy, I must say, because there were a lot of bodies. Here's Emil Vidboy. His pass is slightly behind Kosana, more than slightly. They've not taken the chances, the likes of Emil Vidboy, as well as Nkono Pomela. It's going to be difficult for Coach Kaniseka Mtara to include them as starters for the semi-final. I don't think Siabanga Mapen has done enough as well. So Chandra Campbell, Shaquille April, as well as Leah Shen, we're quietly confident that they will start in the semi-final, barring injury. This guy's been pretty good. Nazola Maku. I think we might see him alongside Patrick Otata. Here he is from right back. Pomelo. Did extremely well to win a corner for his team there. Noza Speakov currently warming up. Just where Mapena's about to take the corner. I'm sure they'll give him some advice for Timba. Definitely is. Just got the right foot of Al-Azhar Mohamed. Utata. Bomelo. Mbogaza. Mbegazele Mbogazi. Thought about it. One thing, I think both keepers have been bitterly underused. Shinim Chindra of Comoros Islands, he is now being called into action, and he does well. One thing he possesses is an ability to read danger. Can play like a modern day sweeper keeper. Here's Emil Vidboy, breezes past one tackle. Just behind him was Hamada, who got a toe in just as Emil Vidboy looked to cook up something. But his dish from the stove cold. Yellow card coming for Hopolang Daunyana. South African bench. Don't think they'll be getting any Christmas cards from the officials today. They've just been going at it back and forth, back and forth. You're never going to win that one, gentlemen, I can tell you.
Yekan.
El Hassan Mohammed. That goes out for. That's a foul. On to South Africans, Sato Sibiya, as well as Begazela Mbogazi. Couldn't handle the power there of the Comoro Island player. I think there's Almarid Osomani. Have a free kick just outside the edge of the box. Pretty straight on from the upright. Floated in. Not going to win too many headers against the likes of Daunyana. Man, that's closer to Pretoria than anything. Despite their lack of creativity, they've been rock solid. They've limited South Africa. The free scoring South Africa may add Amachita have been scary to watch at times, how they toy with teams, but you know what? It's not been a toy story. Nazola Maku pulled back. How was that not a yellow card? That was so blatant from Nawar Mwalida. Bakar held up by the 19-year-old Bernard Perron. Player more leader. I think that's another aspect of their development in their game. They need a striker. I think more leader, for all of his attributes, I don't think he's a striker. I think he's a winger converted to play through the middle. Look at his record, he's yet to score in 3 games. And in the last 2 that he started, he hasn't looked as if he will score. I'm sorry to say. But maybe he may create. Too much of the game, I mean by him not being able to score, goes by him, around him. He's not central to it. Mwalida should be headed away by the South African defenders, and it is. Daunyani getting his head on everything, moving, that is. Now with Bardari. Oh, Data, clever. Very clever from the Tigs Galaxy player. He's the captain of the Galaxy of Stars that Amajita have put together. I think there is a place for him in Said Ramovic's senior men's team. Tigs Galaxy were having an absolutely horrendous time of things. Now the Rockets finding themselves in 15th position, second from the bottom after 3 league games. No points for them. Well, beat 2-1 against Super United. Lost out before that 1-0 away in Pretoria against SuperSport United, and the last time they were in action, in league action, it was another close call, but no cigar for them. 1-0 out in Richards Bay in the province of KwaZulu. They were also beaten in MTN 8 quarterfinals by Stellenbosch. Had a man sent off in that one, and a 3-1 defeat for them. A card for Macbeth Mahlangu. Seal their fate. Team that pride themselves in almost being the best of the thrift shoppers. Getting the bargain basement all blasted. The ball against captain Petro Kotata. the Khosan. I don't think that's what he was thinking of doing. South Africans haven't had that style and panache that we've seen. The sauce that they've been cooking with is looking a bit dry. Lesotho, meanwhile, have doubled the joy. 2-0 against Malawi. They've been inconsistent at Malawi in the tournament. They're hot and cold. Superb initial header, and then on the follow-up was put away. Malawi on the back foot, and yeah, that tournament looked as if the Flames gonna be distinguished or extinguished. Asumani foul against Maku. About 50 odd seconds to play in the first half in terms of regular time. And I think 0-0 is a true reflection of this half. Again, South Africa have bossed possession, but they've not been able to reward themselves or really put high pressure on Comoro Islands' defense. A superb work by Tato Sibiya. Stayed with Nasir Hassani, stride for stride. One minute of additional time. Now a chance to cross for Khosana. Oh, he's going to try get it on his left foot. Better options were available to him in Bomelo, Mapena, and Vitboy. But Khosana decided to go it alone. Like a man going on a solo date. Go alone. Taking himself up. But South Africa unable to break the deadlock. South Africa unable to channel that power that we've seen, that attacking prowess that we've seen in games gone by. Came into this game with a record of 11 goals in 2 games. We've yet to see one in the first half. Comoro Islands have done well to shut the back door, but for how long can they keep the South Africans quiet? It's no Comoro Islands, no South Africa. Join us for the second half. And we're ready to get this second half underway. All eyes on referee Hilary Hambamba. And South Africa had to make 2 subs. One of those being young Timber, who slot in at right back as is usually done. He saw Timber. Emil Vidboy, yeah, I think I saw that coming. Didn't do enough. Didn't do enough to stay and look to convince Coach Mtaga he deserves a start in that semi-final. So the 2 players on. Kutlwano Lekaku of Mamelodi Sundowns. He's played 94 minutes prior to today. Has 2 goals to his name. And the other being Sfiso Timba of Kaizer Chiefs. The natural right back for Coach Kaniseka Mtaga. No changes to report for Comoros Islands. South Africa starting with 4 changes from the side that beat Lesotho. Nkonelo Pomelo, Siabonga Mapena, Emil Vitboy, as well as Tato Sibia. One of those has already been replaced. Emil Vitboy out. And replacing him is Kutlwano Lekaku. How are they going to set up? Well, we've got Tato Sibia from left back, Legazela Mbogazi, as well as Hopolang Taunyana in the centre back positions. Our young Sfiso Timba plays from right back. Midfield, Lazola Maku slotting in back into midfield. And skipper Patrick Autata. Oh, what a finish from Siabonga Mapena. He had a disappointing first half. Coach maybe called him into the naughty corner, into the office and said, Jongala, listen here. You are better than that. And that is how you finish. You will not find a finish better than that in many a game. Wow, from a very tight angle. Siabonga Mapena breaks his tournament deadlock. How did he beat the keeper from that angle? Sam Chindra. Up and running are the South Africans, continuing the trend of scoring in each and every game. The difference is in this game, they've left the scoring for the second half. In the previous 2, usually 2 goals ahead of the opponents, getting the work in early in the first half of games. So the change works for Coach Kaniseka Mtaga, who gets some change out of his team. Our Ken Nasur, Hassani and co come up with now. That, by the way, was Comoros Islands' 3rd goal that they've conceded in the tournament. South Africa scored 12 in 2.5 games. You know, Malawi is still trailing Lesotho 2-0 in the other of today's 3 o'clock kickoffs. Sibia, Autata. Sibia didn't like that. The youngsters don't really take too kindly to being fouled. What I've seen in this tournament, the most you have to talk to them and say, calm down. It's going to happen. It's a contact sport after all. Lazola Maku up against Almaret Asumani. Probably the 2 smallest players if you include Emil. Not Emil Vitboy, what's his name? Siabonga Mapena. Actually can't throw in Emil Vitboy in there. To make them the 4 musketeers. Little musketeers. Amorata 2. Sibia. Also a forward pass to find Mapena. All he will find is Rahim Ali. All position. Here we go. Claim Ali to Mapena claiming Ali slapped him. There wasn't much of a touch to the face. Come on now, Sia. Come on now. Of course, if you are joining us, you can See all the action on the COSAFA YouTube page. The games being streamed live on FIFA Plus. Some defending for Comoro Islands. Sibiya. Mbegezele Mbogasi. Maku, the metronome. Everything flows through him. Timber. Being one of the top right backs in this competition. Sfiso Timber. Mapena. Almost getting away from Hamada. Didn't fully do so. Now for South Africa, you've had 7 different scorers. Sfiso Timba, Leah Shen has got 2. Chandra Campbell has 2. Kutlano Lekauko has a brace. Shaquille April also has a couple in the tournament. So in good health when it comes to goal scoring. Goals win you games, but it's your defense that win your tournaments. And it's the defense that's been as tough as granite. Rock solid. Run made by my leader. But Bakar surrounded. Needing help. Last touch was of a South African player. That's a good tackle by Timba.
Yes, Timba!
A rueful little smile. The man who claimed to have been fouled there by Timba. Omaret Osomani, he knew, tried to con the referee. Timba said, get up, man, and play. That's a fair tackle. Minutes before the hour. There's a bit of a breeze in the Lajay Arena. Could affect the aerial ball. So last touch of the ever-present Al-Assar Mohammed. And my colleague David van der Vaart wrapped up as if he's somewhere in Alaska. All I have is just a shirt. That's it. Borazi. I think Big Dave has got the coffee out as well. Yeah, definitely. Sibiya. That was a foul on Sibiya. These two Comoro Islands showing a bit of fight. Not laying down to be bullied by South Africa. Borazi goes direct. In the meantime, as we take in the replay. Mbogasi. Strong work again from Mbegezele Mbogasi. Man, the Pirates players starting to grow into this role and being a real figurehead in the defense of South Africa, built like a tank. So to expect the man to be immovable. Next with athleticism as well. 19 years young, Bekezile Mbokazi has a bright future ahead of him. Pretty difficult to break into the Orlando Pirates setup. Coach Ribeiro's team out in South Africa's Betway Premiership, currently in second, same points as current reigning champions Mamelodi Sundowns. They have an MTN 8 final to look forward to on the 5th of October, about 4 days' time. A game scheduled to be played at iconic Moses Mabhida out in eThekwini. Their last competitive game was on the 18th of September against Chippa United at Orlando Stadium. Game they absolutely dominated with 66% of the ball. And got the necessary goals as well. Goals from Tsofato Mabasa, the top striker, as well as Monna Pule Salem. Andy Lechadi, former Pirates midfielder, scoring against his former employers in that one. An exciting game though. Exciting times to be an Orlando Pirates fan. For Bekezile Mbokazi, you can only but dream to be part of it all. It all starts here at under 20 competitive football. Here's Marku. The definition of under 20 at 17 years of age. Sibiya. Pass will not be kept in by Khosana, no matter how quick he is. Pirates, of course, boosted with the return of some pivotal stars ahead of that MTN 8 final. The Buccaneers against Richards Bay, well without the influential duo of Monna Pule Saleh and Oludi Sandal. So Jose Ribeiro's side won 1-0 at the Kings Willie Chini Stadium, courtesy of a Kabbalah Dlamini goal to maintain the 100% record of 3 wins from 3 matches so far in 2024-25. Saleng and Nda picked up respective injuries in the match last Tuesday against Polokwane City. There was a foul on Hamada, won't be the last one. There he is, Anazar Hamada. Continued his personal battle with Sebonga Mapera. That's going to be a yellow card for Fenelo Pomelo. Lunged in late. One thing the Comoros Islands players will do is let you know that you have fouled them. Two and a half minutes before smack bang on the hour. Youssef, one of several players to receive bookings in this game, alongside Pomelo, Taunyana. Letlaku can't beat the Comoros Islands defense. They were lining up to tackle him there. Some of the fans on that far side urging the Comoros Islands to make a fist of it whenever they get the ball. I think they're sick and tired of seeing South Africa dominate teams. Mapena, Marku. There's the next pass. He slows it down, goes sideways. They're a patient team, Amachita. That's for sure. Timba will do well to get there. Baka. Magnifique. Gogazi always on hand to quash any danger. Meantime, Timba stayed down. That's not good for Coach Anisek Amdaga, his star right back. It's as if it may be a serious injury. This, I'm thinking real pain. There's Sfiso Timba. Not about to receive medical attention. He's clutching the back of his hamstrings. That's usually not good, particularly the fact that it's so heavily strapped as well. Shows you he may have been carrying something. Maybe that's why he didn't start from the off, and Patrick Otata was preferred from the right back. Yeah, no, that's not looking good. You won't want to risk that if it is a hamstring.
Look to break the first one.
It's looking likely the way the physio is handling him. On the hour, goal by Siabonga Mapen at the start of the second half, separating these two sides. His goal, the 12th of the competition for Tsani Samtara's side. Made a couple of substitutes thereafter with Sfiso Timba, currently injury-stricken Sfiso Timba, receiving medical attention, as well as teammate Kutlano Letaku, who came on. Two Sundowns players. In fact, must add, by the way, that Malawi is not happening for them. They are bowing out of the tournament with a whimper against their opponents. Putting on thick and being Lesotho. They're showing that they got some fight still left. I don't think Sfiso Timba is going to continue. He's giving lengthy attention. Good work there by Petro Kotata. Not too many options. Slight tackle from behind. That's why Hassani illegally so. Yeah, I think Sfiso Timba's competition may be done and dusted. That's a real shame. Nation has been one of the star players. This was a star move by Captain Petro Kotata. Won the ball, burst forward. That was brought down. And I think it's a bit of a problem for Coach Tsani Samtaka, who prefers clearly to put Petro Kotata in midfield. And he does not really have a recognized right back at the level of Timba, from what we've seen. Which probably will mean Otata will play right back. Which may see Kosa Manyana get another nod alongside Lazola Maku. Or potentially could be the man who started the competition alongside Patrick Otata, Khumule Mokekana of Mamelodi Sundowns. Played the first game and we haven't seen him since. About 70 minutes in that one. Some squad woes for Coach Mtaga. Must been all perfect, as some may have thought. Sibiya, great pass. Khosana. Maku always makes the right choice. Sibiya makes the wrong one. Battling away is Asumani, never gives up, does Almaredo Sumani. One thing you cannot absolutely not hold against the Comoro Islands is the lack of effort. There's been none. They've been putting plenty of effort in. Maybe it's just been in the quality stakes that they've not been there. Here's a free kick now for Harsani. Goes back post, won by who else but Al Asar Mohammed. The ball magnetically always seems to be in and around him from set pieces. Khosana put on the afterburners against Yusuf, who needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Still Khosana. Not too many options in the box. He delays the pass. Mapena's first touch is good. Oh, just can't breeze past this man as Muhammad stuck out a leg to good effect. Osomani pointing to a wanted as Hassani. That's a yellow card. That's going to be a yellow card from Lazola Maku. And injures himself in the process as well. Hopefully that's not a dislocation of the shoulder. Took one for the team. It's a strawweight fight, that one. Fell awkwardly on his left shoulder. Looks as if 4 players may be coming on all at once for South Africa. Chandre Campbell, Shaquille April, Tylon Smith. The 4th player was actually Timba sitting down. So it's from 4 to 3. The big 3 coming on. Mazola Maku will be okay to continue. He joins the fray. There is at the bottom of the picture, falls into position. Hamada up against Kosana. Maku's easily beaten, reverse pass to find Hassani. Last touch of Kosana, so Comoro Island corner. They're about to make 2 subs as well. Seems as though they're going to bring on Yassine Mohammed of Clermont. The other, Kylian Hamadi. No, in fact, it's Amin Janfar. Comes on for Amin Badaru. So one Amin for another. Amin Janfar on for Amin Badaru. Yassine Mohammed is a man coming on. Well, it's going to be Tylon Smith and Chandre Campbell for Amachita. The South African coach is not happy because they want the sub to take place. They're saying they're taking the time to make the subs. Life of a 4th official. Not easy. Can't please everybody at all times. They were absolutely incensed that they were taking so much time to make the double sub. So Siabonga Mapena does tend to play about an hour or thereabouts. Usually doesn't finish too many games. So Mapena is off. He's about to be replaced by Chandre Campbell, and Tylon Smith will come in for the injured Swiso Timba.
18 out. Replacing by case number 10.
Walks off the pitch with an important goal for Amachita. This goal celebrates or separates these 2 sides that will lead South Africa to celebrate at the end of 90 minutes if they go on to win this. So, by the looks of it, Sibia on the left, Morazi Taonyana centre backs, and Tylon Smith slotting in at right back. So we had 3 players play right back for South Africa. Patiko Tata started there, second half subs, Fiso Timba, then took over, and now it's been Tylon Smith who'll see out the last of the remaining minutes. First touch for Chandre Campbell is a forgettable one. Mind, he sits on a brace of goals in the competition. There's a couple of assists in his back pocket as well. Pretty good outing for NXT players out on loan on Club Brugge. Looking to follow in the footsteps of Percy Tau. That's how he made his breakthrough in Europe. Started off in Belgium. Ended up on the books of Brighton. Didn't really get a chance. And now he's up North Africa. Man, fondly known to his fans as the Lion of Judah. Now 30 years of age, Percy Tau. Season for Al Ahly is played once. He's the 30-year-old, one out of the province of Mpumalanga, city of Witbank. Patrick Otata. Little known fact that Percy Tau balancing, or at the time, balancing football and studies as well. Obtaining a BCom degree at the University of UNISA, Bachelor of Commerce. By the way, it's 3-1 Malawi versus Lesotho. 4-goal thriller, at least they're providing entertainment. Only have one here this side, 20 to play. Plenty to play for. That's Campbell. Gonna be an in swinger. Always floats it in and then finds it off Mbegezele Mbogazi. Rose well, couldn't add to his one goal already in the tournament. Armada. Ali all the way to keep Chindra. Since conceding a goal, we haven't really mentioned Chindra too much, not being overworked. Sibia as well as Al-Somani go up for the header and ends up at the feet of Al-Assar Mohammed, the centre-back. Plays for Ajay Auxerre out in France. The French league currently being led by Paris Saint-Germain. Top scorer is Bradley Barcola. Bradley Barcola, 22 years of age. Full name Bradley Rohan Barcola. Plays multiple positions as wing and as a striker. Chandra Campbell there, pulling the jersey of Mohamed. Barcola born in a city of Vauban in France. Came through the youth system of Paris Saint-Germain. Former Manchester United player Mason Greenwood. One goal behind him. Magic Mace. And there's some magic out in France as well. How Manchester United could do with him right now. Anyway, we move. Monaco is second behind Paris Saint-Germain by virtue of a inferior goal difference. Marseille, Rennes and Lille as well complete the top five. Nice assist to João Neves, the Portuguese prodigy after being signed from Benfica. Achraf Hakimi was second behind him. This one's the home of Lionel Messi, Neymar, Angel Di Maria. Many stars have gone through the doors of Paris Saint-Germain. Chandra Campbell needs to be careful. That's the second time now quick succession is been called into the office by the referee Hilary Hambamba. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Remember his time during in Paris or out in Paris, saying there are two gifts in Paris: the Eiffel Tower and Zlatan. True Zlatan fashion. Oh, Tata. Kosana making the run is CB ahead of him. Yeah, he was never really convincing in that. CB, I think he conned the ref in that one.
Yeah,
into the last 16. That's a slight push from Makenasur Yusuf. Yes, Tylen Smith. He plays for Stellenbosch out in South Africa's Winelands. Famed for exactly that, wine. Yes, Chandre Campbell on his least favored right foot, but he almost punished the Comoro Islands. Kanelo Pomelo still on the sidelines of this game. I don't think the young striker has been able to get a shot on target at the pace of Asomani tested, but you find it's a thoroughbred he's up against him because of Longorazi. Sibia. Oh, excellently done by Sibia. But then gives the ball away. Asomani. Outside for Sovereign. I think we may have seen the last of Amaret Asumani in this competition because two players are about to come on for coach Samradin Youssef. And Azar Hamada being replaced by Kelyan Hamadi. And the other player coming off, in fact, it's Yusuf.
Replaced by change number 12, Omori.
Taking his place is Harun Omori. Hamadi, the player that's just come on, is a midfielder, plays for Orban. Played 2 games from start to finish, given a rest today. We'll get about 14 minutes or so. He's a real playmaker of this Comoro Islands side. Maybe coach Samardin Youssef confident in his ability to bring them back when tired legs begin to kick in the last 15 minutes of this game, as it usually does happen in most games. It's been a physical encounter. South Africa, they themselves are about to bring on another player off the bench. Khumule Mokekana, the midfielder. I think he may come on for Lazola Maku, or perhaps Captain Autata. That was a dive from Maku. He probably will be booked. That was a dive there from Lazola Maku. And he's getting his second yellow card, by the way. So, what a way to see your tournament pretty much ended. Lazola Maku to see yellow for the second time, joining the likes of Innocent Kamwambi as well as Peng of Malawi. The 3 players to have been sent off in the competition. He looks distraught, man. He should have known better there. Expected the contact to come. It never came, and he hit the floor, and then that's his competition done. And I think he would have started in the semi-final. He knows it. That's why maybe he's so disappointed in himself. And the weird part, I think, he was about to get subbed in the next couple of minutes, which sees Khumule Mokekane have to sit down. South Africa will see out the last remaining 11 minutes with 10 men. Lasola Maku must be thinking to himself, why, Les? Why? Look at that. Inconsolable for the SuperSport United young man. Now Hamadi, he's gonna see himself booked. What color is the card? That was amateurish there from Hamadi. You don't do that. You don't do that. What color is the card? You know the card is coming his way. He shoulder barged Chandra Campbell, who didn't need an invitation to hit the deck. Whatever he may have said, and I'm sure he's picking up some French now, him being out in a French-speaking country of Belgium. Calling on the... Somebody gets a yellow card. Is the referee thinking about further decisions to be made? He's booked one Comoro Island player, but that was not the player that was involved with Almada. Or Hamad, better put. Okay, I'm a bit confused there, because what I saw was Hamada, the man who was involved with Chandra Campbell, not even booked at all. As Fernando Bowman is going to be taken off sacrifice for midfield solidity through Khumule Mokekan. All right, referee Hilary Hambamba, you'll make up your mind. Still scratching my head as to how that one was sorted out by coach, or rather referee Hilary Hambamba. Bogasi, I'll give you, I think, my man of the match. Not put a foot wrong at all. Coached by Joseph Tugu Makanya for Orlando Pirates Reserve League side. We're currently in 6th position in the Reserve League out in South Africa, not led by Amakosi at 12 points from 5 games. Defending champions are Stellenbosch Football Club, having won the competition twice. Pirates have never won it, many seeing it as a breakthrough season. Campbell playing through the middle. Yes, Pasana on the stretch. He gets a second. 10 men South Africa find a second goal that sees Comoro Islands. Au revoir. C'est la vie. In South Africa, what you? Tankos Tanki. Engosi Matot. Keep back. Not good defending by Comoros Islands, but instinctive play, predative play there from young offensive Khosana. Gets his goal rewarded for his hard work. Got 5 South African players on 2 goals. It's a team filled of goal scorers. Somebody stop them scoring. The push. Hassani. First touch for Khumule Mokekan.
Come this cell. You got him. Yeah, you got it. You're taking the gentleman. Yeah, no, just put you.
Wind picking up. Even more. Can Comoros Islands finally break their goal scoring drought? The answer is no. Can still do it from this corner. Cleared.
What is this now?
Karao Mohori has not been impressed by the officiating in this game. That shot is wide and high. They have not been happy with Hilary Hamba's officiating in this game. Few dubious calls according to them. But I think at the end of the day, they'll be happy with this victory and performance. A different sort of performance from what we see, not as free-flowing. Not as free-flowing. But they've been efficient, they've been tested. Many asking what will happen if South Africa get tested. Sibia, sensational recovery tackle. Sensational. With a little smile on Almarid Oman. In fact, Nasur Asani, I beg your pardon, he must be tired of the sight of Sibia. South African bench still continue to complain. The calls falling on deaf ears. Clearance by Daonyana. The positional play of Daonyana Mbogasi has been top tier, pulled by Captain Armada. That will help South Africa slow things down, take their time. A touch for Murray. Campbell for once can't control. Tanya Smith should handle that. Easy work. It's been an easy day at the office for Tagalani Mazamba. Came in the sticks for Fletcher Lowe. Perfect day for him. Not too many saves he's been called into. Yes, Campbell. Yes, Chandra Campbell! Ghana had the third and his third in the tournament. Never really looked settled. They still carry a threat despite being 10 men to Amachita. A team built to thrill. Hamad could consider himself lucky. Well, it's 5 goals, Malawi and Lesotho. Heading off in style. 3-2. Malawians just have this never say die attitude. They never know when they're beaten. I say this because they beat Comoro Islands with 10 men. At the time, it was 1-1, and then they made it 2-1, and it was 9 men at the time. I think maybe they just need to learn how to play from the start, not when they're chasing a game. That's Kekana fouled. We pick it up with Kekana. Sensational pass. Kosana. How much pace does he still have in the tank? Not enough to breeze past a fresher Hamad. Oh, Hamad, how did he get away from his opponent there? Top class there. One thing I have to give Coach Yusuf's side, they don't stop running at all For what they lack in quality, they make up in work rate in Osumani and Hassani. The twin brothers of similar stature and of similar heart. Big hearts. He's one of those I mentioned, Asuman. Look at that, he's still running. Minute 89. But Petu Kotata says, I got just too much stamina. That's frustration. And the South African bench still complaining. 3 minutes of injury time. That was just a straight barge there from the 17-year-old Hassani. Yeah, now the officials have been copying it today. Now it's the turn of the Comoro Island bench. It's now feel aggrieved by something. The fourth official today in this game, he's going to need a painkiller for his headache from all the shouting he's received, all the fires he's had to douse. We've got three Makananga of Malawi. Between his match report to Commissioner Philip Joane of Mozambique, it's going to be too much shouting. I have to really give it though to the various teams in this competition. The level of competitiveness has not dropped since day one. Since Mozambique and Eswatini got us underway, it's just been getting more intense and more intense as the competition progresses. So, ladies and gentlemen, by the looks of it, it will be Angola, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and the Republic of South Africa, the final four. No Mozambique. Coach Matsolo, yeah, it hasn't worked out for him. One of the gentlemen at the petrol station today asked me how they were doing. I said, yeah, Mozambique not being spectacular. Not at all. It's not worked out for them. They spectacularly failed. But it's a learning curve. They will be back stronger, I'm sure. He just dropped his head. He said, you want the plastic? Or? The plastic? There's a call it out here. Yes, Sibia. It's a nice little connection between Sibia and Khosana. He can't get his third overall in the tournament and his second in this game. The way they just open up Comoro Islands there. A simple 1-2. Into the last 30 seconds. What does Hassani have? Sibia just lean into him. Exceptional from Tato Sibia. Left out of the team, but he's come back even stronger in this game. Not an easy player, Hassani, to handle. Stretching his hamstring, has gone through a lot of work as an 18-year-old Sundowns player. Yes, Tyler Smith. What's he doing there? Campbell. Oh, Campbell. That's a penalty. No, the referee says no penalty. That looked like a penalty all day. The ref blows the whistle after that. I have to say, referee Hilary Mahamba, don't like speaking much about the officials, but there's some been dubious, couple of dubious calls he's made. There should have been at least a booking for the Comoro Island player on a foul on Chandra Campbell. That looked like a penalty as well, but it won't matter. Full time, the scoreline will tell you Republic of South Africa 2, Comoro Islands 0. They join the likes of Angola, Zimbabwe, and Zambia as the final four, the Fantastic Four. It's been one hell of a party, but now we head to the business end. Still no at full time for Amachita. 10 men Amachita, by the way. Man of the match, Patrick Otata.
Yo.
Prepara amapiano.